Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some huge Pokemon news to go over. They've just dropped a ton of information out of nowhere. New GBA ports for the Nintendo Switch, a new Pokemon Pocket TCG Demo, loads of other events have been announced, and there's just rumors to go over. There's so much stuff to cover today. If you're excited for the video though, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, today's first big information drop is that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch on the 9th of August. They've just dropped this out of absolutely nowhere. We have Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team will be available on the Nintendo Switch online software from August the 9th, 2024. Now, of course, we do already have the remaster of this, or the remake of this, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. That came out a couple of years ago on the Nintendo Switch, but now they're porting the original GBA Red Rescue Team to the Nintendo Switch. Now, there's a lot of talk about this because it just raises so many questions and so many ideas. But the first thing that I wanted to take a look at is the fact that, take a look at the release date, August the 9th. Next week has been heavily implied that we are going to be getting a Pokemon Presents. And the fact that this is dropping next week on the 9th of August, like I say, 7th, 8th, 9th of August is when people are expecting to see some sort of Pokemon Presents. This is very, very interesting that it's dropping around those dates. However, though, you can kind of see the other side of the coin as well, and if they're dropping this like out of nowhere, and they're kind of shadow dropping it, I guess, does that mean that we're not going to get a Pokemon Presents? Because this is definitely something they would announce in a Pokemon Presents, but then again, maybe they're announcing this now, and then they're going to announce more ports next week during the Pokemon Presents. So there's a lot of different ways you can kind of look at it. I'm hoping that it means there's going to be even more ports announced next week during a potential Pokemon Presents, and this is just something they're going to kind of go over again. So if they have like a Pokemon port section, they'll be like, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team available on the 9th of August, and then look forward to, I don't know, like Fire Red and Leaf Green next month, and then Ruby and Sapphire the month after that. That's what I'm hoping for, but I can completely understand that because they've dropped this kind of out of nowhere, it means that they're not dropping a Pokemon Presents, because this is definitely something they would drop during a Presents. You know, this is a big announcement. You know, I know that we already have like the remake and stuff like that, but the fact that we're getting a Pokemon GBA port, which we barely ever get on Nintendo Switch Online, is pretty big news. The other thing that I wanted to talk about regarding this was that there was a leak years ago. I'm talking like 2, maybe even 3 years ago at this point, that got loads and loads and loads of things correct. And they also went on to say that Red Rescue Team was going to get ported to the Nintendo Switch at some point. They didn't say when, they just said some point in the future Red Rescue Team was going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now, that has since been confirmed. Obviously today, we are getting Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. But not only that, they did also say that, like, I can't remember what the other games were. I think it might have been Fire Red and Leaf Green, Emerald, and then like Pokemon Pinball or something like that. There was like a couple of other games as well that they also mentioned were also going to get ported. So because this has been announced, will those other games that got leaked years ago also now get announced during like next week's potential Pokemon Presents? Or are they just going to scrap that? And again, that is a leak that got loads and loads of things correct. And I think it was something about it which a lot of people were like, this is definitely true. And now, obviously, Red Rescue Team, not Blue Rescue Team, Red Rescue Team, because that's obviously the GBA port. Blue Rescue Team's a DS kind of version. The fact that, you know, this has been announced now, does that mean that they're also going to get announced? I don't know. There's a lot of things to kind of take away from this. It's obviously very exciting news. I'm hoping that we still get a Pokemon Presents, but I can completely understand why people are like, oh, this has got announced on its own. That means we're not getting a Pokemon Presents. Because remember, they've still got to talk about like Dynamaxing in Pokemon Go. There's Pokemon Masters stuff, Pokemon Unite stuff. There's all that they still need to drop. So I'm hoping that they're just going to relay this information during a Pokemon Presents. But either way, big news anyway, out of nowhere. I think there's going to be a big month for Pokemon. Because like I say, we also have Worlds in a couple of weeks. And then we also have Pokemon at Gamescom. So fingers crossed for Presents. But either way, Red Rescue Team has been announced for next, I think it's next Friday, the 9th of August. It is, yeah. So it's a week today. So that's that. The information don't stop there though. We actually have a Pokemon Pocket TCG Demo that's going to be playable at the Pokemon World Championships. So if you are going to the World Championships next weekend, then you're going to be able to play a demo of Pokemon Pocket. I'm really hoping that after Worlds they release this to the public or release this to certain locations, because obviously then we'll be able to play it. But if you are going to Worlds, I would not miss the opportunity to play this game, because there's going to be loads of more information coming out, obviously, at Worlds about this game, because people are going to be able to play it. So I'm really looking forward to that anyway. So we're guaranteed news about Pokemon Pocket at least, because there's going to be a literal demo. So I'm expecting probably... I don't really know, because during the closing ceremony, people would already have played Pocket by then. So this maybe means that, yeah, we are going to get Presents. They're going to talk about Pocket more in advance next week during like potential Pokemon Presents. And then obviously the demo is available at Worlds. So yeah, I think this helps the idea of a Pokemon Presents. But either way, there is going to be a Pokemon Pocket TCG demo. We also have Cerebi kind of talking about this. There's other things going on at Worlds as well. So Cerebi update, various activities have been revealed for the Pokemon World Championship attendees, including a drone display, a World Championships museum, and Pokemon TCG Pocket demos. And if you are lucky enough to be going to Worlds this year, this is when the Pocket kind of demo is going to be taking place. So be one of the first to experience the joys of Pokemon trading card game Pocket, open packs, experience unique digital finishes, parallel effects, and more. You may even find an immersive card featuring details that expand past traditional Pokemon TCG cards. So the activity title is Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket Demo. These are the dates and times. So like I say, if you're going to Worlds, you need to be there, between this time. So on the Friday, August the 16th, it's going to be from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. On the 17th, it's going to be from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then on the 18th, it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it's going to be the Hawaii Convention Center, Level 3 main corridor. You do need a badge to access it, but I'm assuming most people will get that if they are going to Worlds. So, like I say, we will definitely get news about TCG Pocket, because it's going to be a playable demo. So people are going to be talking about it. People are going to be uploading their kind of thoughts about it. I wouldn't be surprised if people have already played it. I would not be surprised if certain creators that are going to Pokemon Worlds have already had the option to play it, and they've probably already recorded videos, and they're just going to be releasing that video probably around the time of Worlds. I wouldn't be surprised, because that's what happened with like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Like, people got to play it early, and then they all released their kind of footage at the same time. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be the same situation here. So that's that. As well as that, we also have this. So Pokemon, Cerebi tweeting out saying the Pokemon World Championships distribution has been announced. Get Tomoya Ogawa's Sylveon during the VG live stream. So you will be able to get a competitive Sylveon during this live stream. Obviously, as soon as the code is announced, we will let you know during a video. And of course, make sure to subscribe to Pokemon Guides. It's in the description down below. That's where I upload mystery gifts straight away. But yeah, Pokemon Go, there's going to be some sort of Sableye situation. In Scarlet and Violet, there's going to be the Sylveon distribution. And then in Pokemon TCG Live, there's going to be some sort of Petulant card. That looks to be the situation there. So that's all of that. Moving on, we do have even more bits to go over. We have Riddler-Ku dropping some news. So no riddles, actually dropping news. So Pokemon Animation Pokédex, produced by multiple Chinese animation companies, will be online from the 5th of August, each episode on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the first season. So August the 5th, which is of course on Monday, which is the start of the week of this potential Pokemon Presents, they are going to be dropping this, which again, they could also maybe go into detail about during a Pokemon Presents, but yeah, Riddler-Ku announcing this. I don't know, he doesn't usually announce stuff like this. He usually just does riddles and stuff, so that's obviously very, very interesting. And as well as that, we also have sales and stuff to go over as well, in regards to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and stuff like that, Sword and Shield, whatnot. So we have Joe Merrick here tweeting out saying, here are the most up-to-date numbers for all main series Pokemon games thus far. Some, like Legends Arceus, are likely to be higher, but we don't have the numbers. Scarlet and Violet is just 1 million behind Sword and Shield now, and will likely surpass it by the start of Generation 10 to be the second best-selling Pokemon game of all time. Obviously, Red, Blue, and Green are way out in front by 5 million, but yeah, the fact that, Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet both kind of been released relatively recently. Well, I know Sword and Shield was like 5 years ago, but they're both on the latest console, and they're already like second and third. Gold and Silver's still up there as well, which is why I'm surprised they haven't done any kind of another Gold and Silver sort of remake or Let's Go Johto or anything like that. Like, it was the fourth best-selling Pokemon games of all time, and it was the second for obviously a very, very long time. So it is the 25th anniversary of Gold and Silver this year too. So I'm very surprised they haven't done anything Gold and Silver like. Maybe they do. Maybe they start porting them, which is, what they could be revealing in a Pokemon Present. We'll have to wait and see. And as well as that, for all the TCG fans out there, Cerebi update, the latest Pokemon Scarlet and Violet special set, Shrouded Fable, is now available in the West. So that's also something to go over as well. So that's all of the legit news, all confirmed stuff happening. Like I say, so much stuff to kind of break down today. We do also have a rumor to go over for Pokemon Legends ZA, but yeah, I'm really, really intrigued by this. I'm very intrigued why they've announced this. I feel like next week's Pokemon Presents, if it does happen, it's just, yeah, like something happens to make it seem more likely, then something happens to make it seem less likely. I think this, you can kind of see both sides of the argument, but I think the fact that we're getting a demo, I think that helps the idea of a Pokemon Presents, because they need to drop some information, otherwise it's all just going to get kind of, not leaked, but it's all just going to be getting dropped from people playing the game, whereas I think they will actually want to showcase the game more than that, and then obviously it's just extra stuff when creators and other people come out and saying they played it. But either way, that's all that. Let me know your thoughts on everything that we covered in regards to all of that, and then obviously finishing things off for today's video, we do have a Legends EA rumor to go over from 4chan, obviously posted on 4chan, so take it with a massive grain of salt as always. It was posted on the 26th of July, and it's titled Legends ZA Info. So the story is actually in the future. It's set 60 years after Pokemon X and Y. It focuses on rebuilding of Lumiose after the ultimate weapon was rebuilt by a new evil group called Team Light and fired upon Lumiose. A man that looks like Briar is the leader. This is the first time they touch, obviously that word, I don't think I can say it because of YouTube, so heavily since Lambda Town or Mount Pyre. The Pokemon, so the starters are going to be Snivy, Scorbunny, and Totodile. These three are popping up a lot lately. I don't really know why, but each get regional forms. Not sure about the types, but Cinderace looks like a fire-fighting Luchador, so that's obviously kind of interesting. I don't want it to be fire-fighting, obviously, but apparently it's going to be. Lapras evolves into something called Lapras, or Lapras, that looks like a speedboat and is used for racing on the canal. It can Mega Evolve and stays Water Ice. Go-Go evolves into Go-Gruff and just gets slightly bigger horns and rocks along its body. It's probably going to be Grass Rock. It's just interesting how they know all this information, but they don't know the types and stuff. Like, I'm assuming if they were seeing artwork of stuff, like the type would be somewhere around the screen, or it'd be very easily noticeable, like what type they would be. And then Psyduck has a stressed out looking regional form, seemingly stressed from the constant noise of the city. That would be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that, to be fair. I like how it kind of goes against the normal Psyduck we used to that's sort of like clueless about everything. Last I know of is a convergent species that looks like Beldum, but it's like a pitcher plant seen outside the florist stores. So that'd be Beldum getting a new form, Psyduck getting a new form, Go-Go getting a new evolution, Lapras getting a new evolution, Mega Evolutions for Lapras as well, and then the three starters, Snivy, Scorbunny, and Totodile, also getting new forms. Then it goes on to say new Mega Evolution, so Venusaur X and Blastoise X. Again, a lot of rumors have also gone into detail about these two getting two new Mega Evolutions. I really hope that's not the case. I understand why, because obviously Charizard got one, but I'd much rather two other random Pokemon get Mega Evolutions and Venusaur and Blastoise just get another one. Chimecho getting a Mega Evolution, Rhyperior getting a Mega Evolution, Raichu getting a Mega Evolution, which I think needs to happen, and the Mega Evolution needs to be Garochu, it needs to be Dragon Electric, and it needs to look like Garochu. If you weren't aware, Garochu was originally an evolution of Raichu back in the day, but they scrapped it, and then obviously Pichu was kind of created. But Raichu, well, Garochu was originally, I think it was going to be Dragon Electric, but that would be a solid Mega Evolution for Raichu in my opinion. And the Kalos starters are some of them, not sure how many there are in total, so obviously Greninja, Delphox, and Chestnut also getting Mega Evolutions as well. Rideable Pokemon, like in Pokemon Legends Arceus, there's mounts for each terrain. Go-Gruff is used for land travel. Ariados is used for scaling walls, and Lapras for swimming are all I know of. Again, I don't, like, why are we going to be scaling walls? Like, we're going to be in a city. Do we really need, I think we're not going to, I just can't see us being, like, fair enough in Legends Arceus, we needed Sneasel for climbing because we were climbing up mountains and stuff like that. In a city, I just don't think that Ariados is going to be climbing up walls with us on its back. You know, we already saw an Ariados in the trailer kind of climbing, which is fair enough if it's on its own. But us riding it, I just don't really think that makes sense. I don't even know how big Ariados is as well. I don't know if it's like that big or like that. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be able to support like the weight of our body and stuff. But then again, Pidgey can use fly, so what do I know about it? Anyway, going into gameplay, so abilities and held items return, and all old mechanics from Legends Arceus are returning. That's all I really want, to be fair. I don't want them to kind of get rid of anything from Legends Arceus, but I wouldn't mind abilities and held items. I think that would just make the game even more kind of, I don't know, I guess it just helped with the kind of competitiveness of the game and stuff like that. After the ultimate weapon was fired, Lumiose began to overflow with Terra energy, and Pokemon started rampaging like the nobles in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So that means I'm assuming we'd get like rampaging Pokemon that we have to kind of calm down and defeat and stuff like that in certain areas of the city. Terra raids are also returning and receive a massive overhaul, being less buggy and more responsive. Terra raids being in... I don't know what they mean by Terra raids, because Terra raids weren't in Pokemon Legends Arceus, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, obviously we had like space-time distortions and stuff like that, but the online capabilities of Legends Arceus were very, very minimal. You could trade, and then you could also pick up people's satchels, and that was it. So if Terra raids were introduced, that would be kind of cool. I honestly don't think it's going to happen though, because we obviously have we have raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, so any new raid event they would just throw into Gen 9. But yeah, I mean, I would love some sort of online sort of, I guess, situation with this game. I think it'd be very, very handy for it. As for online play, you can trade and battle, and something similar to the Lost Bags from Legends Arceus return. So yeah, I'm definitely expecting trading to return 100%. Battling, I really hope, is a situation with like, it'd be like sick if we had like real-time battles, strong agile style, everything like that. It'd be so sick. It'd be a completely different way to play Pokemon online, and I'm really, really all for it. Whether it happens or not, though, I don't think. I don't know. I think they're just going to keep it like single player mainly, with maybe some trading and stuff. But either way, that's that rumor. I mean, it doesn't really scream legit. Like 60 years in the future, I don't know. Like I think it's probably going to be set in the past, and maybe the option to kind of go in the future, but I don't think it's going to be set in the future. I mean, if it is, maybe if it is set in the future, then we have to go to the past or something like that. Who knows? But that's that rumor. So let me know your thoughts on that. And then obviously, let me know your thoughts on everything else that we covered today. Does this make you happy, or would you rather it kind of get revealed during a presents? And do you think this means we're going to get presents, or do you think it's kind of lowering the chance of getting a presents? It's a big talking point. Let me know your thoughts about it, and then everything else as well. If you're going to Worlds, obviously make sure to play the demo, enjoy it. I'm very jealous, but I'm hoping the demo kind of comes available for everybody. And yeah, that's kind of everything that I wanted to really touch on today. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.